Pregnant by Gwen Levey and the Breakdown. Gwen Levey joins us on the phone. Gwen, thank you for doing this. Thank you for all of it. Thank you. You're amazing. And we're done here. No, I'm kidding. Hey, Gwen.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So good. The video is amazing. All right, first of all, let's meet you, Gwen. Where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Alexandria, Virginia, which is 10 minutes outside of Washington, D.C.
I've been there. It's beautiful. You and I do you still live there?
No, I live in Nashville now.
As you should, I guess.
Yeah, right. I had to move to Music City. My parents' one stipulation is that I go to college first and get my degree and then follow my dreams. And, I've been in Nashville almost 7 years in June.
I do love Nashville. I also love Alexandria. And so you went to college. And did you study music or did you study something else so that you could have that to fall back on? What did you end up doing?
So I actually studied theater. I got my theater degree. I got a minor in arts administration. But I did take music classes and, songwriting classes in college. But I thought I might move to New York City and pursue theater and music, but something was calling my name in Nashville, and I'm so glad I moved down here because there's been incredible opportunities here. That's fantastic. How long have you been a performer? So I feel like I probably came out a performer. My parents would probably tell you that, but, I've been writing songs since I was 5. It's been in my heart forever. So, it was meant to be that I pursue this career.
It's amazing because right now there's a lot of debate about country music, who can sing it, who created it, where does it come from, the influences. When I think of country music, I think of storytelling. That in essence is the heart of country music. And in Barefoot and Pregnant, that's what you're doing. It's a commentary, but it's also storytelling. And the video is fantastic, by the way. Does a lot of your music, obviously there's a lot, I'm sure, political reaction to your music. Have you had to sort of straddle that line, especially performing in the South, of expressing your voice and also making sure that you have an audience, right? That you can support the work that you're doing and not get a lot of, it's hard. It's hard to be creative and smart is what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I will say starting off, one of my introduction to mainstream country music was the Chicks, and everyone knows what happened to them being in Nashville, right. And yeah, exactly. So what they said about President Bush way back in the day, and so it is very taboo to have a political song in Nashville, especially. You would think that the taboo subjects are racism and LGBTQ plus rights, but really, what is most taboo right now and what I feel like I'm getting the most suppression over is being pro-choice and talking about it actively. And it's like this weird line, even with the more progressive country networks here that have even closed the door on Barefoot and Pregnant as well. They just don't want to touch it. It's like a hot potato. I don't know if that answers your question, but that stand up in Nashville, getting on stage, saying the word abortion, talking about, all the wonderful organizations that are trying to help people here in Tennessee, like Abortion Care Tennessee, Healthy Free Tennessee, Plan C pills. I get up there and I talk about these things, and then I sing Barefoot and Pregnant. And I know that half that crowd is probably not pro-choice, but I think it's bravery, but it's more that it's the right thing to do, and I'm not the only one out there who's doing the same thing. So, yeah.
Well, look, we know that there are folks in Tennessee. Look, after the horrific shooting and slaughter of people at Covenant grade school, and what happened in the wake of that in the state capitol, expelling the legislators. We've talked to Afton Bain. We've talked to Tennessee Brand. Yeah, we talked to folks, and we're invested in so many parts of this country because, look, I'm tired of having political leaders who act as though they're only running wanting to represent the people who agree with them. And there are people in Tennessee who, it's not no state is a monolithic entity, right? There are people in that state that have different opinions, and then that includes expressing them artistically, as you so beautifully do. And I love that you're not afraid. It's just beautiful. The video, the music, the lyrics, it's all incredible. And is this a family effort too on this?
Yes, it is. So the music video, the set, my parents designed. My dad constructed the set, and then my mom is a visual artist, so she painted the set. And all the people you see in the video are friends, and the only person that we hired to play the woman in the video was a woman who's on TikTok named Andy Marie Tillman, who's really awesome. So it was a very, it's a DIY project for sure. And I'm an independent artist. I'm not signed. So, I'm just making my way in Nashville the best I can, not having a label, not having that kind of, official support as a lot of artists have here.
Well, and that's where, love it or hate it, the ups and downs of social media makes a difference to be able to get the word out. And I imagine you're getting reactions from all over the world, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. And while I get so much positivity from all over the world, I do get a lot of backlash, especially online. I'm not sure if you're familiar with some of the comments I get, but I feel like that was a huge learning lesson for me, because I had to learn to build this incredibly thick skin, which I'm still building, to be able to push through the negativity that has come my way. And I'm sure, it may only get worse as the election nears, and, knock on wood, I'm praying for the best result possible, but, I'm not going to stop saying this truth and giving a voice to people that don't have one out there, especially when it comes to reproductive freedom.
Exactly. I want to make sure people know, because sometimes people are like in and out of their car, or just turn the radio on. We're talking to Gwen Levey. She with Gwen Levey and the Breakdown. You go to GwenLeveyandTheBreakdown.com. She's a singer, musician, songwriter, and this video, Barefoot and Pregnant, is fantastic. Now, it says CMT featured video. So did Country Music Television, were they comfortable, or did they end up airing this?
So they put it on their website, which I'm very grateful for, and it's in their playlist that they have online, but they didn't end up airing it, which was, I don't expect anything, but I know CMT is very progressive. They back a lot of diversity in country music, and I really respect them for that. I love Leslie Fram, who's one of the heads of CMT. But yeah, I think it was a little surprising that there wasn't more of a push with Barefoot and Pregnant, but also I am an independent artist, as I say, I'm like a nobody, but also I think this is such an important message to get out during this election year, and I really hope it gets people to vote. But at the same time, that's kind of what I was saying about, this is a very taboo subject. So it's a hot potato that even the most progressive stations don't want to really, really push the way that they probably could.
But are you finding in other markets that are obviously we're talking to you, but we're not a music station. We are, you are right in our wheelhouse of conversation and expression. I would imagine part of it too is that in the video, because you bring in a choir and the religious aspects to it. I love all of that. But do you have other markets that are like, yeah, we'll play that?
Well, CMT Australia, I should say, they actually, so shout out to CMT Australia, because they had it on rotation for like 2 months, the videos. So they had it in their, what did they call it? The alt country countdown. So that was really cool. So I feel like actually other countries have embraced the song's video in the way the U.S. quite hasn't yet,
No doubt. Have you heard from other artists that you were surprised to hear from on this video and music?
So I've gotten likes from artists that I wouldn't expect, like Cyndi Lauper.
Hey!
She likes the. I actually put a a video of me performing the song live in Nashville. And when the whole thing happened with Katie Britt, it was my response to her, and Cyndi Lauper liked that. And then I've had a few other celebrities. One of my favorite bands, the Go-Go's, one of their members, Jane, she follows me and is a huge supporter. So, I think, being connected to those kinds of people have been an unexpected part of this journey, but also hoping it gets out there even more, especially, like I said, during this election year.
Yeah. And folks, we're talking about Barefoot and Pregnant from Gwen Levey and The Breakdown. She also has other great music. So visit the website, support the work that she does, because we need her, musicians like her. And we're so grateful that you joined us today. We'd love to check in with you again soon. Are you touring?
Not touring currently, just doing a lot of local shows.
Okay.
But, the political campaigns, I want to shout out to any Blue candidates who'd like to use the song or have us come and play at your campaign rallies. We would love to do that. So let us know, reach out to me on my website if you're interested.
Excellent. We're going to send this off to some of the folks that we know, too. Gwen Levey has been on the phone with us from Nashville. Go to GwenLeveyandTheBreakdown.com and check out all the music, support the work that they do, and let's get you back on the phone soon. I really love the work that you're doing. You're amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Get it.
Thank you.
Yes.
For having me.
Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You have a good
You too. Thank you. Oh, that's amazing. Let's take a break here. We'll catch up in a moment with Matt McNeil, the host of the Matt McNeil Show, Minneapolis, St. Paul, KTNF 950 AM, and right here on WCPT 820, Heartland Signal.